and good afternoon. My name is Amanda and welcome to The Done Creative. For today's pick a card reading, we are going to be figuring out what you can expect for the month of February 2021. So if you're new to pick a card readings, go ahead and close your eyes, take a couple of deep cleansing breaths to try to center your energy and focus in on piles number 1, 2, or 3. And if more than one pile calls out to you, there may be messages in each pile for you. Once you've selected your pile or piles, you can go ahead and check the description box below for the timestamps, and I also try to pin them as the top comment. So without delaying this any further, I'm going to give you a moment to meditate on the cards, and I will see you over at your reading. Alright, group number 1, let's go ahead and find out what you can expect for the month of February 2021. And as always with my monthly readings, we're going to go ahead and start with your tarot cards and get additional guidance from your oracle cards. Alright, group number 1, let's go ahead and find out what you can expect for February. And we have for our card of the overall energy of the month, you have the King of Torches or the King of Wands, and this is going to be a very creative and productive month for you guys. Even if you have had a pretty stagnant January and 2020, this is just showing this renewed sense of purpose, of passion, of excitement for a project or just life in general. But you're really getting this motivation, this gumption to get out there and do something, and that's really going to fuel you for the 28 days of February. And the past energies you have coming in is the King of Swords. So in January, you had this sense of wanting to reaffirm your ways of communication or changing up the way that you communicated with other people or even just yourself. Maybe you were really examining your limiting belief systems or just the way that you talk to yourself inside your head. But you're carrying some of that kingly, King of Swords, kingly energy in with you this month. You've got 3 kings on the board. Let's not lie. This is very powerful. You are taking control of your life as of 2021. You just said, enough is enough. I'm ready for something better. I'm ready to operate in a different way. And you're going to carry that theme with you all through February. You have the Queen of Swords for your present moment or the month of February. And I'm really being drawn back here to these eyes that are open. I don't know if you can see it on that camera up there, but there is a pair of eyes right there just staring out from behind her. And it looks to me like she may have blood or something on her, which is a little bit gross. But for me, this is just saying, you know, you're putting in the hard work, the blood, sweat, and tears to really go after those passion projects this month. But also, communication is going to also be a theme you're carrying with you into February, from January into February. But here on the tip of her sword, she does have some blood. So it's almost like you may have to watch your words because your words can be very cutting to people. Take that as you will, but it feels to me like you may be short with certain people or, you know, say something and then instantly regret it, or I shouldn't have said that. So just be really careful with the way you're talking to yourself especially, but also to others as well. With the future conditions card, we have the Justice popping out. So this is going to lead you from the end of February into March and possibly even April. These energies we're picking up on here in this position. And with the Justice here, there is this sense of fairness and balance being returned to your life. Balance is especially what I'm seeing for those of you who just have felt really chaotic or your life has been out of balance. You've been working, not enough play, or really feeling stagnant and not really feeling like anything is really happening in your life. You're balancing that out to where you feel like you're being motivated to move ahead, you know, with that King of Wands there. You're really getting this sense also of justice in the world. I'm filming this on January 9th, so that might tell you kind of the climate that we are in as I'm filming this. It's, especially in the US, is very volatile, and staying off social media may also be a really good word of advice for you guys, or just limiting your social media, because watching news, scrolling the feed of social media, it's just really going to trigger a lot within each of us during these times. And you know, triggering can be good because we can realize there's a problem, that's why we're being triggered. There's something within us that feels out of balance. But just make sure you're not going so gung-ho into social media or into the news that you're giving all of your power away and you're just feeling helpless, because this is you coming to this sense of balance, fairness, and justice in your own life. Sorry about my phone. In your own life and also in the collective. So just be careful how much of your energy you're giving to those who really don't have your best interest at heart, or just people that drain your energy. Just be really careful, or situations even, be really careful not to give that power away. And then also in your position of your best path to follow, you have the Four of Pentacles. So because this is your best path, we're not saying that you should just hoard all your wealth and not spend any money, but also just, it feels to me like you're counting your money and you're being really smart and budgeting your money this month as your best path to follow would be not to come from that place of lack, but from that place of planning for the future. If you are a little tight on money, try not to look at it as, oh no, if I don't save money, then this will happen, that will happen, that will happen. Of course, make a plan, but don't come at that plan from that lack mentality. Come at it from a place of, okay, I'm planning for the future and a more abundance mindset. And I know that's a lot easier said than done, especially with all the things that are going on in the world right now. But with all of that examining of your belief systems you were doing in January and kind of coming into February as well, I think this is just something you're really analyzing, is your beliefs around money, your beliefs around you knowing that you can provide for yourself, or that the money will still be coming in as a result of your work. So just your best path to follow is to make sure you're coming at this from a planning mentality, not a lack mentality. So your wish coming true this month, as we're talking about that lack mentality, your wish coming true is more abundance. You're going to be seeing more money on your paycheck, or a new stream of income, or at least, at the very least, an idea for a project or a new stream of income that will eventually pay off for you, because Pentacles sometimes are that slow and steady energy where, you know, you see the fruits of your labor after some work. So maybe you're really deciding to put in some new work on a new project, or just in a whole new direction for some of you. And for others of you, you're just really stepping up your game in the work department or the creativity department even, where you're just really focusing on your passion projects or anything that you've really desired to do for long term. I do see somebody wanting to decorate their home or declutter their home, or just, you know, shift things around the home, or even be moving. Some of you may find that place that you are excited to be moving to this month as well. So that is a wish coming true for many of you, is just more money to have the freedom to do what you want, and the abundance to be able to create a solid plan for your future as well. So with your outcome with the King of Cups here, you've got King, King, King. You have 3 of the 4 kings in this group. This is amazing energy where you are your own boss, your own leader. You're taking the reins of that chariot energy, and you're going forward after your dreams, after your goals, after your desires, with this sense of passion and excitement for life. But as the outcome for your month of February with the King of Cups, you guys are just excited to really step into that role of leadership, especially if you guys are someone who lets other people kind of tell you what to do, or you work in a job where other people are constantly telling you what to do or nagging at you, or just people in your life constantly saying, oh, you should do this, you should do that. This month you're saying, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna go my own way. He is holding the cup with the fish in it, which to me is like that Page of Pentacles. So it's almost like you were that in the past, that Page of Pentacles. Oh, sorry, the Page of Cups. What am I talking about? The Page of Cups, where the fish is in the cup. But you have morphed from the Page of the Cups to the Knight, to the Queen, to the King. You are finishing this month as that King of Cups energy, in control of your emotions. So some of you may at some point throughout this month have a bit of an emotional crisis or an emotional breakdown, but this doesn't seem like anything new. I mean, a new event may trigger this, but this to me feels like past resentment, past emotion, past baggage that you have buried down from the loss of a someone or something, or a situation that didn't go your way, and it's coming to the forefront for you this month with all this water. That is the emotion. It's coming to the forefront of your mind, of your life, for you to be able to heal it and deal with it, and then move on from it this month. So that all feels really good. Let's go ahead and get into your oracle cards. Okay, I think that looks all right. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right into this. So for your first card here, we have the protagonist, curiosity, drive, and motivation. So if this isn't kingly energy, I don't know what is. You are taking the reins of your own life with that drive and motivation. And kings do also have this sense of curiosity, and that's what drives them forward. So you really are curious about doing things in your life a new way, and it's really going to show come the end of the month that you're in a whole new place mentally, physically, emotionally even. So with the Two of Thread, the Twine card here, it says agreement, symbiosis, and compromise. So with the King and Queen paired together here, to me this is just saying, and then justice, like the balancing of scales. This is like you compromising in a direction that is going to be win-win for the greatest amount of people in your life, but you are included in that win-win situation, whereas before maybe you just really felt like life was happening to you or things were really unfair. You're going to have this sense of balance and excitement coming in where past transgressions are being righted, you know, with all of that past coming up to be examined, and then that justice toward the end of the month. You're really going to feel this stability. You know, the twos do represent partnership as well. So you're going to be feeling really supported by the people in your life, and even being that good support for those in your life as well with those three kings. I just heard that song, We Three Kings, that old Christmas song or biblical song. I don't know if that song has any significance to you, but I just heard the first opening line of that song in my head. But then with this Star Family card, it says you're part of a team of souls. Call in support. And there's that support there as well with this Two of Thread or Twine. And, you know, the yin and yang, or the divine masculine, divine feminine being united. But many of you may be meeting soul family members in a chat room, online, in real life. You're just meeting people who are part of your soul family, your soul team, your star family, and they're really going to be there for you. Even if you already know these people, you're just really going to notice that they are there for you. They're supporting you and guiding you and helping you along on your journey. Then with this Forge, Don't Follow, pave a new path, be the leader you wish you had. And exactly, king, 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 leadership. You're on your own path, paving a new path, a new way of thinking about the past, a new way of being motivated to go into your future, and a new way of dealing with any emotions that come up around the past, present, or of course even the future. So you're just really staking a claim as that leader in your own life. And I think for many of you, this is going to be a breath of fresh air. This is going to feel so good. You're going to feel so excited about just being able to finally take control of your life. And then with the Watching Clouds card, it says here, lie back, rest, and relax. And with all of this determination and drive and go, go, go that you've got going on this month, make sure you are taking a moment here and there to relax, to rest, to just do nothing, to check in mentally or physically with your body, just making sure you feel good, on both an emotional or physical level, making sure any aches or pains that are going on, that you assess why that's going on. But I just feel like you guys are really going to be relaxing at times, you know, after all this energy that you're expelling. By the end of the day, you're going to be like, you feel like you totally ran through whatever liquid was full in that cup, and you're ready to recharge your batteries, and you're willingly going to bed and like, yes, I'm going to relax now, and I can't wait to hit the ground running in the morning. And then with this Shaman card here, trust in higher forces. And again, I'm connecting that with that Star Family card. So you guys are really connecting to your higher self especially, but also your guides, your angels, your crossed over loved ones, your star family, your soul, you know, the soul family that you incarnated with. You're really checking in with them, but you're trusting in the higher forces. You're trusting your higher self. You're releasing those limited belief systems that may have been holding you back in the past, and just really focusing on where your power lies, which is within the actions you can take, and your higher self is really coming online for many of you this month, especially if you've been doing a lot of spiritual work. Your higher self, you're going to feel more of your higher self playing that dominant role in your life with all that king energy, and your ego may at times have a hard time with that, but just feel into that heart center, feel into that space, and trust that your higher self knows better than your ego, and allow yourself to surrender to your higher self. So let's go ahead and find out what you guys can expect in your love life in February. First card we have here, it says, beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. So for couples and singles alike, if you have someone on your radar, just know that anything that they do or say, or just them being around you, could trigger something in you, but that is for your ultimate healing. This is divinely inspired, divinely guided triggering to really help you overcome some stuff from your past baggage and wounds and traumas that maybe you haven't really dealt with, or maybe you thought you had dealt with them, but you couldn't quite know for sure that they were gone. This month you may be triggered. This, to me especially, if you feel triggered by a partner or a potential mate this month, just know that they're not doing this to be mean. This is for your ultimate healing and good. And for most of you, I'd say 99% of you, this isn't like grounds to leave this person because they have triggered you and they made you feel bad about yourself. No, they didn't mean to hurt you, but they wanted you to know the truth of something is really what they're showing me, the guides are showing me. So this isn't like grounds to break up the relationship. This just might be as simple as calling you on your BS or, triggering you in some way. It feels, a little yucky, but ultimately you can move through it and overcome whatever it is that's trying to point out to you. And then with this card, it says soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. Absolutely. So no one can trigger us more than our twin flame or our soulmate, our soul family members. Those are the ones that really trigger us in life. Even if they're people that are, really bad for us, they could on the other side be a soulmate that has signed up in this life to come and create chaos in our life. So, not everything is as it appears on the surface, but for my singles, this is just saying that you may have a soulmate that really wants to come in this month or very shortly here, very soon. I can feel that soulmate potential just knocking on your door to make a commitment to you. Even if you don't know this person yet, this person's energy is on your very near horizon. But for those of my couples, this is just reaffirming your belief or thought that this could be a soulmate connection. It absolutely is. And in February, even though there are some maybe triggering moments going on, you're going to get through it and really come out on the other side realizing that this person is an amazing asset in your life, a valuable person to be in your life, and you're going to be happy that they are there. So I hope this reading resonated for you, group number 1. You will have to let me know below what you thought. And as always, you guys, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you, group number 1, right here back at the Den Creative. All right, bye. All right, group number 2, let's go ahead and find out what you can expect for the month of February 2021. And as always with my monthly pick a card readings, we're going to go ahead and start with your tarot cards and get additional guidance from your oracle cards. For your overall energy for the month of February 2021, you have the Magician or the Magus card. What a beautiful, beautiful energy to be carrying you throughout the month of February. You are tapping into your own manifestation abilities, your own power to take action and get things done. And I really do see here, I love this depiction here in this specific Magician here. We've got a cup, a pentacle, a wand, and a sword, which, the traditional Rider-Waite Magician also has these elements on the table there, but these are tied up and floating above. All this person needs to do is reach up and grab it, and it is at their disposal to use as they see fit. So I just really want to tell you guys that all the tools you need, all the information you need is at your immediate disposal, and the best way to get to that is through your higher self. They're showing me you meditating, you really tapping into your higher self and really knowing what's right for you this month and all the months forward for you after this. So as the past energies you're bringing in from January, maybe December of 2020, we've got the High Priestess here, and this is no joke, you guys. So maybe in January or the end of 2020, you guys were really tapping into your more psychic abilities, your psychic gifts, testing out your intuition. And if you guys ever do want to test out your intuition, I actually do have a playlist full of intuition tests, exercises that you guys can use to really tap into that intuition. And maybe that's possibly how you found my channel, I'm not sure. But in January, you guys were really leveling up spiritually. More of your higher self was coming online. More of your intuition was at play. And here in this depiction, she's opening the door, and it appears to me to be some sort of cloaked figure here. But at my first glance, I thought it was a wolf howling at the moon. Might be hard to tell up on the camera there, but for a moment there, I thought it was a kind of a skinny looking wolf just howling up at the moon. So maybe you are releasing your inner wolf and howling at the moon. So maybe near the full moon is really going to play a major role in your life, or you're going to gain some clarity about who you are on a more soul level during this next coming full moon here in February, because this energy is carrying into February even though it's from the past. And you have the Hierophant as your present moment. The month of February for you is the Hierophant card. So many of you are really tapping more into your spiritual gifts. And normally the Hierophant is a very traditional way of doing so, but I'm actually flipping that on its head for you guys. You guys are using or utilizing different ways, the non-traditional ways, to really tap into your intuition, into your psychic abilities, your spiritual gifts. You're really using whatever's around you, you know, reaching up into the little leaves here and grabbing what you need. So by doing meditation, following a spiritual practice, or starting a spiritual practice if you're new to spirituality, would really benefit you. Even if you are just meditating 5 minutes a day, that's really going to help you tap into that inner manifester, especially if you like things like the law of attraction and you want to learn how to manifest your ultimate reality. Of course, we do have our free will, but other people also have their free will. And if what we want goes against someone else's free will, it's not always going to be attainable. But really looking into the law of attraction or manifestation, you guys may really be interested in that type of stuff this month of February. So then coming into the end of February, going into March and even April, these energies are going to kind of ripple out for you. The Prince of Swords, and this is a prince all about aggression, being combative, thinking everyone's out to get them. And I don't think that you guys, as far as you tapping into that inner magician, that higher self, I think you can totally avoid that kind of confrontation that this prince a lot of times will represent, and be able to have a handle on that and actually be able to communicate what you want to others in a more balanced and practical way, instead of feeling like everyone's out to get you and come in lashing out from that place of victimhood. I think you guys, with the energies you have all around this, you're really going to get a handle on that. But then with this Four of Swords, this is in the position of the best path for you to follow. So just make sure this person is very tired, exhausted, anxiety even. So just make sure you're really taking that self-care, taking time out, especially with all this spiritual and introspective work you're doing. It can make you just as exhausted as working out all day or being at work all day. So make sure you really are taking time for sea salt baths or walking in nature, even just really taking time to do self-care, taking care of your body, your diet, your health, really checking in with what your body needs, your spirit needs, your mind needs, and making sure that you're doing the things that are going to bring you benefit. And rest and drinking a lot of water are the two things that I just heard are really going to benefit you. Many of you may have been staying up late watching Netflix series or reading really good books, but this is just saying, make sure, you know, you're kind of that parent. You have got that parental figure within you with that Hierophant, that authority figure, saying, okay, it's 10 o'clock. It's time to get all the books and the TVs turned off and just put it all away and to go to sleep. Whatever your bedtime is. You know, you may have to be that parental figure enforcing your own bedtime this month, because I do see that if you are really tired, then you lay in bed and do an activity of some sort, like watch TV, read a book, you may actually hype yourself back up or kind of get a second wind, and then when it is time to wind down and go to sleep, you're jacked up, you're ready to go for the day again, and that's probably not a good way to fall asleep. So Spirit's just showing me that, you know, when you start feeling tired, even if it's before your bedtime, if it's at all possible, I know when you're a parent it's a little difficult because you gotta wait till the kids are asleep, but just making sure when you're tired, you're following your body's rhythm and doing what's best for your body so you don't burn yourself out this month. So for your wish coming true, we have the Five of Cups. And I love this depiction of the Five of Cups because no matter what has happened with these cups here, these are all put back up, and he is actually gazing down into this one cup. But, you know, your typical depiction of the Five of Cups is 3 are spilled, 2 are still left up. But with all this water raging on the background here, to me it's like even if these cups had been spilled, he could easily just dip down and fill them all back up like this unlimited well, this magician of sorts, really refilling that well from within. As a result of getting that really good rest and taking care of yourself, you're going to find that none of your cups are spilling. And even if they are or do, you can easily dip down, fill it back up, set it up right, and back on your way. Any little blips in your radar this month, they're just going to be very easily ironed out. But many of you just will have a really smooth sailing February, and I think that's going to be a sigh of relief for many of you, especially if you had a tumultuous 2020 or even early January of 2020. This is just a breath of fresh air, and this big dark cloud is rolling past so that the sun is finally coming out. So that's how it feels for many of you. Really, the sun is finally coming out for you. So now for our outcome, we have the Two of Swords, and anytime I get this as an outcome or like a final card, I always like to draw 2 cards, one on each side of it, to see kind of the 2 decisions you may have at play, because this is a choice card. So let me grab this deck so we can shuffle and get some guidance on that. Okay, so what can group 2 expect for outcome path number 1? Awesome. And path number 2 for the outcome for group 2, path 2, right here. Okay, yeah, 7 of Pentacles. So some of you, there may be a decision going on that one decision is going to lead you to further confusion and just wondering, is this right? Is that right? Is that right? You know, 7 of Pentacles is that wondering and even daydreaming card. So you may, this is more of an action card in my opinion, and this is more of a daydream card. So really what I want to show you guys is when you can take action in the direction, you know, that manifestation, that law of attraction, when you can take direction in the, or action in the direction that is going to benefit you for your highest good, you're going to actually see some benefit and results this month. But if you're hemming and hawing and not really making a decision, or daydreaming a lot but not really taking action, you're not going to see a lot of fruits of your labor this month. But if you actually do take action, even if partway through you're like, oh no, maybe that was the wrong choice, I do see that you guys can reverse it. Is that a Missy Elliott song? Something flip, something and reverse it. I just heard that. I don't know what Spirit is trying to communicate to me. I've heard a bit of a lyric in each group so far. I love when that happens, but I don't always know how to interpret that. So interpret that as you will. But what I see with this Queen of Cups is she has really had an amazing month, and she is just drinking that last drop of that cup there, and excited about the little treasure trove that she's got here with the shells and the starfish and whatnot. But she's just like living her best life. So again, whatever decision is going to take you in a place where you can take action in the direction of your dreams, that's your best bet, rather than sitting and trying to, you know, weigh the pros and cons for an extended amount of time, because you could be doing this until kingdom come, basically. So just taking action in the direction that is going to serve your highest good this month is really going to be for your greatest benefit. I'm actually going to go ahead and put the 2 of these. I'm going to put this one on top because I feel like you can avoid that kind of stuck energy or daydream energy if you just take action. So we'll put this as the outcome. This is the ultimate outcome I think most of us want for you guys this month. But let's go ahead and get your oracle cards out to play and see what else you can expect. Alright guys, so let's get into this. We're going to start right here with this festival card. Celebration, fun, material goods. And I think this is beautiful, pairing it up with the Magician as your overall energy. You guys really are having something fun to celebrate. Especially to me, this is like, you know, she's emptying the last drop of that cup. Like, she has had so much fun and celebrated and really done what she came here to do this month. So if you can make that choice at the, you know, some point during the month, you'll have that 2 of Swords energy pop in. Like, do you go this direction? Do you go that direction? when you take action in the direction where you are creating your life instead of just waiting for something to happen or weighing the pros and cons so long that the decision gets made for you, you're going to really have something to celebrate and have a lot of fun along the way. But material goods, you're going to see as a result of your manifestation and law of attraction that you've been doing, you're going to start seeing the fruits of that labor, and it's really going to start paying off, because look over here, Lady card, enjoy growth and reap rewards. To me, this is, reaping what she's sown. This is very Nine of Pentacles energy here. As a result of going in the direction you're dreaming of going, you can reap those rewards and really see the fruits of your labor this month. But with the Weaver card, patterns, connections, and mediation. So this to me really does pair with that Seven of Cups energy we had about weighing the pros and cons, trying to decide what to do, really trying to figure out what's the best for everyone, but especially what's best for you, because you are the one making this choice. But I don't see many of you making this choice as a selfish thing. This is something you're weighing so heavily on because you want to make sure you're making the best choice for everyone. So this choice could actually be deciding to take a different job, deciding to move or not move, something like that, where you could really change the trajectory of your life if you make a decision one way or the other. But this is going to resonate differently for each of you, so I won't go into too much detail about what that is, because I'm seeing two very extreme examples and then everything in between. Spirit's just showing me all the things right now. So however this resonates for you, patterns and connections, to me this is just showing that maybe you're getting a lot of synchronicity and you're really following those breadcrumbs that Spirit is giving you, because Spirit is really communicating with you as of last month and into this month as well. With the blue flame energy here, it says spontaneous awakening, activation, and integration time. So yes, you guys are spending a lot of time really checking in with your higher self, with your spirit guides, your angels, really doing that meditation, because there is this sense of awakening, even if you're not ready for it. And I think that maybe with that Seven of Cups energy, that if you don't take action in the direction you're meant to, somehow, some way, the universe, your guides, your angels are going to tweak it to where you're still going to be on that path eventually. Even if you don't make a choice will be made for you. But it's always better to feel in control of any things that happen in our life rather than life happening to us. We're taking that, reins of that chariot and really driving forward into our future. But you really are integrating a lot of these gifts that you've had come online lately and really using them to level yourself up physically, mentally, emotionally, and of course, absolutely spiritually as well. So with 7 star sisters, we've got birthing, creation, tapestry of life, and expression. And it's funny, we've got the word tapestry with the weaver. So it's like I was saying earlier, you have all the tools you need to create your reality, to create your future. All the tools you need, you've got them. You don't need to go out and shopping for them or on a quest to find them and slay the dragon to get to what you need. No, it's already all within you. And you're going to be discovering those little breadcrumbs along the way. And you're going to have a lot of help from the spiritual realm to help you unlock those beautiful gifts within you. And you may be wanting to integrate these new gifts into some sort of creative project, because these are very creative energies, very feminine energies as well, but very, creation, the womb of creation I just heard. So Valiant Courage is your next card. Take action with passion, absolutely. And I'm really being directed back up to that Queen of Cups. And to me, she is the ultimate queen of passion. I know the Queen of Wands is right up there as well as far as passion and all of that. But to me, the Queen of Cups is really tapping into what emotionally fulfills her. So you're taking action in the direction of what's going to most emotionally fulfill you long term. And taking that action, remember, the law of attraction only works if you do. You can sit and daydream all day long with that 7 of Cups, but you're not going to get anywhere unless you start taking action on the dreams that you have, or the goals that you have, or the direction you want to take your life. If you just sit on the couch or daydream about it all day, nothing's going to change. You might really feel good about yourself for a while, but really your outer reality is not going to change much if you don't take action. So action is going to be very important for you to take. But again, counter that with not burning yourself out this month. So then we've got for your first love card, what a beautiful image. we've got only time will tell. So some of you may be with that choice you need to make. Be trying to make a decision on a lover, a love partner. Should I stay? Should I go? Should I date this person? Should I not date with this person? You're really going to be, only time will tell. So unless you have a, direct action you're going to take, time will still figure it out for you. That Seven of Cups, it'll still happen. But if you're really undecided on things, make sure that you're not making any rash decisions, especially with that Prince of Swords energy from the end of February taking you into March and April, that you're not cutting someone off too soon. Make sure you're really weighing your decision before you make it. And I know it kind of flies in the face of what I said, just make the decision already. But something this major, you want to make sure you're not cutting something off that you would regret later, is really what they're showing me, especially in your love life. So give someone the benefit of the doubt, allow a little bit of time to pass before you make any major decisions. But I think by the end of February in your love life, you'll know what to do. But for some of you, this is just saying only time will tell as far as being able to get that new home, to move somewhere where you're closer to your love interest, possibly. It's going to be different for each of you, but time will be a major factor in determining what's going on for you guys this month in love. What a beautiful image. I just love this deck and all the imagery. Okay, a message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. So if you're with someone, that will probably resonate because you know this person loves you and all of that. But for those of my singles, this could just let you know that that person, that soulmate connection, is on the horizon, and you're already maybe feeling their energy coming in, and they're also feeling your energy come in, and they already love you on that soul level, and they're really excited to be able to reunite with you. So some of you may be having a soulmate reunion or a twin flame reunion this month, but others of you, if this is in the future, you're just starting to feel their energy kind of come into your awareness. If you see all these lines of energy coming in, and it will be really exciting. It will feel very Queen of Cups, very emotionally fulfilling kind of energy. Whether you're with someone or not, you're going to start feeling this sense of, I just heard the word sensual. You're going to feel more, in your prime. No matter how old you are, you're going to just feel really on top of your game. That's really what they're showing me in the love department. All right, group 2, that's all I think I'm seeing for you, but you will have to let me know below what you thought and if this resonated for you. And as always, you guys, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really truly do hope to see you back at the Den Creative. All right, bye. All right, group number 3, let's go ahead and find out what you can expect for the month of February 2021. And I may have said February 2020 in the past piles. If I did, oh my goodness, I can't believe that. But I'm still, I think my mind is still in 2020 with all that's going on at the time of my filming right now. But we're going to go ahead and start with your tarot cards and get additional guidance from your oracle cards. All right, group 3. For your overall energy for the month of February 2021, you have the 8 of Pentacles. So you guys are just continuing to work on your craft, to work on a project, to work on a relationship. You're just putting in the work, and you're not afraid to put in the work. This to me feels really good, like you really are excited about the work, because he does have a little grin on his face, like, yeah, this is really starting to add up here. All this work and dedication I put in, I'm really starting to see some of the fruits of my labor. But of course, this isn't quite the 9 of Pentacles, but maybe by the end of the month, you're going to start seeing even more reward for the work that you've put in. And as for the past energy coming in, this is January, the end of 2020, you have the Morning card, which is unique to the deck, the Cosmic Slumber Tarot, which is this deck right here. Amazing deck, new deck that I got. And I don't even know what this card means, so we're going to just look it up together, you and I, right now. I love the colors. Oh, that's funny. There's your card right there. I love that this is a color booklet. Oh, wow, there's your card as well. That's so interesting. Okay, get to page 56, Amanda. Quit talking. Okay, 50, 55. Oh, it's the very last page. Okay. So the Morning card here says, the morning greets you with dim light, this card reflects the chance to start over, the chance to rise into the day a little bit stronger than yesterday. Use the energy of the morning for beginnings, a new project, a new conversation, a new feeling. So this is very fitting for January. This is a January energy you're bringing into February. This sense of newness that we're bringing, you know, as a result of the new year. You're starting something new. That's not to say you're dropping old projects or old whatever, but you're having this sense of newness come in, and that might be that fuel that's really fueling you to keep going, to be able to see the fruits of your labor pay off. Maybe even if it's like an example, I'm a writer, so I like to use writing examples. Maybe you've been working on a book for a really long time, but the energy of January coming in for you into February is maybe you've decided to re-outline it because maybe a couple of the plots have gotten a little out of hand or a little convoluted, and you're deciding to kind of take it back to basics and really iron out what are the main points I want to say in this book, what are the main characters and the threads that I want to weave to create this story, what can I get rid of, etc. So it's not like you're scrapping the whole project. You're just kind of looking at it in a new way and maybe restructuring it a bit. That's what I see for this. But for some of you, this may be indicating that any new idea or project that you've been thinking about or have maybe started in January, it does have the legs to go the distance and actually bring you abundance in the future. So however it resonates, if both resonate, if one or the other resonate, take it how it resonates. So with your current month of February, the Five of Torches, so the Five of Wands, to me this is not a very conflicting kind of Five of Torches energy, Five of Wands energy. These people seem to be working together. They're carrying these torches up the mountain, this treacherous looking mountain or cliff face here. To me, it's not like they're really working together, but they're kind of working alongside of each other. So this isn't very conflicting like your regular Rider-Waite Five of Wands where everybody's wands are hitting other wands and they're fighting and they're whatever. So to me, it's like you're working alongside someone. Even if you're not working partnered up with someone, some of you could though. Some of you could be working partnered up with someone, but it's like you're each working on your own thing, but together. So maybe you have, again with the writing example, maybe you have a writing partner. You're working on your own projects, but you're using each other's energy to help each other grow or expand or bounce ideas off of each other. So it's like you're working your own thing alongside someone else. But for others of you, if you are working in a team dynamic, maybe this month you are just kind of more focusing on your own goals and your own little niche within the group dynamic. So really, some of you it feels very cooperative, but others of you it feels like you're kind of alone in a crowd kind of energy. Again, take it as it resonates. You guys are a very polarizing group, so you guys have very different things going on than each other. So it might be where you're just gonna have to interpret what's coming through and apply it to your own situation as we do this reading here. But the Two of Pentacles, this is in your month of February, the kind of end part of February taking you into March and even as far as April. We've got the Two of Pentacles, so you really are balancing a lot of what you've got going on with this Eight of Pentacles. Just keep going, keep putting in that work, because the benefit, the result is really going to start to be shown to you by the end of the month. But again, anytime the Two of Pentacles shows up, I'm just reminding everybody to make sure you're doing self-care, you're taking time to really recharge your batteries, especially if you're go, 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 do, work, work, work type of person. Make sure you're recharging your batteries at the end of each day, and even taking a day off each week or more, however much time you need off from your projects, from your relationships, from whatever. Make sure you're taking that time off, that you can get introspective, be alone, recharge your batteries, replenish that well, etc. But you have, she's got these floating up here, and she's not even putting in the effort. She's just got her hands out, and it's like they're magically floating up there. So many of you may feel like a burden is being lifted off your shoulders this month as well. That's really how I'm seeing that, especially where your work and even relationships are concerned. Something that's been really weighing heavily on you is going to be resolved this month, or you're going to find a better way to approach the situation or the person to where you're feeling like more communication can be had, and people are more open to hearing what you say, you're more open to hearing what they say, and I just heard win-win outcomes, so that could be really good for some of you. With this Ten of Swords, I love this deck so much because it gives me a different spin on the traditional meaning, the traditional energies that you would pick up on in a Ten of Swords, which is like a not good card to get, but this is your best path to follow. You know, total anxiety, total overwhelm. The person's literally dead with 10 swords sticking into them. But what I'm getting for you guys with this specific deck is this person, it's like their ghost, their spirit has got their back. Their spirit is there, has transcended whatever's going on in the 3D world. The higher self, the soul aspect of you, has transcended any BS you're going through, and they have a higher perspective, and they have a really serene smile on their face, a very calm look on their face. It's like, nah, from this perspective, from this higher perspective, everything is golden, everything is perfectly as it should be. But this person down here is like, yeah, I'm dead now. Like, I can't even continue with all of this. This is crazy. So your best path to follow is to have that higher perspective. Really see things from a more soul perspective rather than you're in it to win it kind of human body. Oh my gosh, the world is burning down. What's happening right now? You're seeing it from that higher perspective. That's your best path. So even when the things in the world look dire or your own personal situations are looking really difficult or dire, try to check in with that higher self, that higher perspective, and really get some beautiful guidance from your own inner guidance system that's going to show you a way to change things or to come out of any horrible or toxic situations in your life. So your wish coming true this month with the Three of Pentacles, I think it pairs well with the Five of Torches in this depiction here that you have. You guys are really wanting to collaborate with other people, have some sort of apprenticeship with someone. Maybe you're learning something from someone, and it doesn't have to be just like a specific person or some sort of guru or teacher. This could just be you going on YouTube and learning how to do tarot, or how to tap into your intuition, or how to build a model car. Like, I don't know. I mean, the possibilities are endless, but you're really learning that apprenticeship, but you're still excited to put in that work, and then you will see the benefit of whatever it is you're putting your hard effort and work into this month. You're gonna really see that pay off. But you have the support of other people as you do it. Maybe if you're really having a tough time at work, maybe you have a friend that you can kind of trade baggages with and just kind of say, you know, decompress and let them know what's going on. And they may offer advice, or they just may be that ear that, you know, you can, or shoulder you can lean on kind of vibe. But regardless of what's going on, other people are really going to help you feel more balanced this month rather than just you trying to do everything on your own. This person, other people in your life, they want to help you feel more supported. But then here for your outcome, we've got the Nine of Torches, or the Nine of Wands. So to me, I always call this my athlete card because it feels to me like someone who's gonna go pole vaulting normally. But any athlete, any Olympic athlete especially, they've put years and years and years of blood, sweat, and tears into this thing. And I'm being directed right back up here to your Eight of Pentacles, something you've really been working on. Even if this is just your own self, your own baggage, your own mental health, something you've been working on, your own mental health for a very long time. This is saying don't give up because you're almost to the finish line of something. You may not be able to see that light at the end of the tunnel yet, but don't give up. That is the main message for this, for your outcome for February. Don't give up. If you're so close, if you've put so much effort in, this is just saying push a little bit more. Of course, don't burn yourself out. Make sure you're taking care of yourself along the way, but don't just completely scrap something because it's feeling it's too hard. A relationship, a job, a project. Don't scrap it because it feels too hard, because you're almost through that kind of labor pain part of this thing. Just keep going. I will be your cheerleader for the month. If you need to come back to this reading and just hear me say this again for you, keep going, just keep going, you can do it, then I'll be here to do that. You can always revisit this and I'll tell you, you can do this, you got this, keep going, keep going. Okay, enough of that. Let's get into your oracle cards. Alright, group 3, let's get right into these oracle cards. So you have the Mirror card, truth, inquiry, and reflection. And to me, this just is really feeling like with all this work that you've put into yourself, into other projects, into relationships, you're really getting to the truth of who it is you are on a soul level. Going back to that Ten of Swords, that soul transcending what's going on here in this 3D world, you're really getting to the truth of who you are on the inside, on a soul level, and it's actually being reflected into your day-to-day life. So for some of you, if you are going through a spiritual awakening, a dark night of the soul, it can be reflected into your outer world as everything going wrong, everything falling apart. But just know, remember, don't give up, because you're on the precipice of this huge epiphany, this huge awakening, this huge truth coming into your life that is irreversible. This is a truth that once you know the truth of this thing, it feels like a good truth, an unveiling of something that had been hidden from you. Once you come to the truth of this knowledge, there's no going back. It's that major of an energy. But this is for, you're going to look back a year from now and be like, I'm so glad that happened. Where would I be if that did not happen? So it's very good energy. But of course, any changes, even good changes, when we're in the midst of change, it's difficult. It's hard. Ask any mother in labor or any child being birthed. It is not easy. And speaking of children, we have the Child card. Vulnerability, needs, and potential. And I always am drawn to this book right here with the rainbow. It says welcome, especially with those new beginnings. Some of you may be new parents or wanting to go down that journey to become a parent, fertility, stuff like that. But you're putting yourself on this more vulnerable side. You're really letting it hang out for certain people in your life. You're showing maybe the truth of who you are to someone. Maybe you're, I just see someone confessing to their crush that they have a crush on them, and then it's very well received. So just explaining to someone where you're coming from, being vulnerable, showing that side. But also, this is a card about potential. So keep going, because what you've been working on has the potential to be something huge, something that will change your life forever for the better. And again, for some of you, this may have to do with your children, or wanting to give birth to a child, or actually physically giving birth in the month of February. So then here we have Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, and higher learning. Pretty much everything we were talking about already. You are learning a lot from what it is you're doing. Don't give up. You've got that higher perspective here. This person is also flying in the sky. So two images of people flying in the sky, so, transcending the situation and seeing from a higher perspective. This is for your ultimate soul growth. This is for your ultimate awakening into the truth of who you are on a soul level. And you're going to start living from that soul level even more in February and going forward into 2021. It's very beautiful. But also with the higher learning part of this card, maybe you're just really wanting to dive into a topic, with that Three of Pentacles, learning. We were talking about learning, not from maybe just a teacher or a guru, but maybe you're going on YouTube and watching tutorials about something, but you're wanting to learn something. And for some of you, this does feel very spiritually based or divination based. Maybe you want to learn tarot, or intuition just keeps popping into my head. You wanted to learn more about your intuition and how to cultivate your intuition and actually use it in your life so it'll benefit you, which is amazing. And then with the Surrender to Sweetness card, the Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. So this is just that little reminder popping in for you, because you're so busy grinding and going after what you want this month, to not forget to take time to enjoy the ride, enjoy the journey, enjoy what you're doing, take pleasure in it, because this person, remember the grin on their face, they're having fun at work. It almost doesn't feel like a job, and that's usually when you have to really tell someone to slow down a bit, maybe take a breather, when they do enjoy their work, because they are so immersed in that work, they forget to take care of themselves. That's usually when they need that little boost from someone else to say, hey, you should probably take a time out for a moment. So maybe if you have someone in your life that you can kind of check in with and say, okay, you tell me when to take a time out, I'll tell you when to get your butt in gear, we'll just make this happen for each other. But again, it feels like two very different things you're working on, or your own separate things, but you have the support of someone else in your life to help you through it. That's how that feels. Then here with the Knight, be brave and honest. And pairing that up with the Mirror, the Truth card, wow. Yes, you guys are getting honest with yourselves about yourselves. Very soul energy, very ego energy, the mirror, of the soul and the ego coming into play and clashing and coming up against each other. So you may have a lot of bouts of temper tantrums between your soul, not your soul throwing the temper tantrum, but your soul being that kind of parent in the relationship with your ego as that child. Maybe that's a vulnerability you're showing is to yourself, and I'm being directed back to the mirror. So maybe sitting in front of a mirror, make sure no one's around, because it's already awkward enough when you first start doing this, but look into the mirror and tell yourself all the good things you know about yourself. Tell yourself you're beautiful. Tell yourself you love yourself, you know, from that more soul aspect, because that soul really is that very parenting type of energy to you. You are the child of the soul, if you want to look at it that way. So maybe that's an exercise some of you can do to really break through that vulnerability, especially if you're hearing that and you're like, ew, no, I would never want to do that. Then you especially need to do that, because it will really help you, group 3. So then with the narrow pathway card, it says here, tread thoughtfully. So many of you, with all this work you're putting in, all the steps you're taking, all the actions you're doing, just tread very thoughtfully. This bridge here, it might be hard to see up there. This bridge here is a little precarious. There are some missing planks, and it probably swings in the wind, and you know, just watching your step, making sure you're taking the right steps in the right direction. That's really going to aid you on your path to really go after what it is you want to do and accomplish this month. Okay, for the love life of group number 3, we've got the emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception, reflection, mirror, and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. So for some of you, for my couples, you may be in a little bit of a tiff with your partner, or have been in the past, and it's kind of a cycle that's continuing. But just knowing that the more you focus on the resentments or the things this partner is doing wrong, the more you're going to expand that in your life. So start maybe turning it over and really appreciating the things that they do right, in your opinion, or the things that they do that make you feel good about the relationship. Because when you can really amplify the good parts of this person, it will kind of make those little things that they do to tweak and, you know, to bother you, it'll make those a little bit smaller. Of course, this isn't saying to spiritually bypass if someone is traumatic and toxic to your energy. Of course, use your own discernment to let that person go. But if this is just little resentments, like you didn't wish me a happy birthday at the right time, or you didn't whatever, or you did this thing and it hurt me, you know, having a conversation with someone will really go a long way, but not from a place of attack, like you did this, you did that, you did this, but just saying how you feel. Because no one can talk you out of how you feel, because that's how you feel. So even for my my singles, in past relationships, I'm sure you've had baggage and resentments and stuff that maybe you're still harboring. Maybe find a way to let those go, so that when you do call in someone new, you won't be bringing that baggage in with you. Okay, so for this card, beautiful card here, we have friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. So right off the bat, for my singles, Spirit is showing me that some of my singles here, you may be starting to fall for one of your friends, or learn that one of your friends is falling for you, and when you check in with your inner self about that, you're like, I ain't mad at it, like, I think we could make this thing a thing. Like, that's kind of specific for just a few of you, I think, but this is just reminding you that maybe just being more friendly with people when you're out and about, that could actually trigger a love response in somebody, and you might find a partner that way. But for my couples, this is just reminding you that on some level you guys are friends, or you wouldn't want to be with this person, because who would want to be with someone who isn't on the very least a friend? If it's all physical or all whatever, it's not very fun long term. So this is just reminding my couples to tap into that more friendship bond, especially if you've been having trouble in the relationship. Really focusing on the friendship and even dating. Like, even if you've been with your partner 20, 30, 40 years, going out on a date, get dressed up in something you know they might like, and date them. You know, meet them somewhere where you're both coming from a different, you know, you're not coming together or arriving together, because it'll feel more special if you meet this person there. Like, it's official. Like, it feels so official that way. But try that. Try to be friends with the person you're with, or do things that you would do with them if you guys did start out as friends or early on in the relationship. That might rekindle or respark some fun in your life, in your love life. So I hope that resonated for you, group number 3. And you will have to let me know below what you thought. And as always, you guys, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really truly do hope to see you back at the Den Creative. All right, bye.